Good morning, good morning. I'll wait for it to. There we go. All right. Looks like it's doesn't look like it's gonna work today, but anyway, let's start. And good morning and welcome to Monday, the 22nd of December. I have noticed lately that Facebook's been throwing up lives from days ago. Like I keep getting people saying, I liked your Wednesday live. So I don't know. Just that's why I say the day so that you can go, okay, well, today's not that day. Anyway, all right. So we do have happy solstice. Happy solstice. We had the sun move into Capricorn at 2 a.m. this morning. All right. So we now have the sun and the moon in Capricorn. Hence, I wrote, sometimes you've just got to get the job done. So we might be feeling very practical or maybe burdened, even. That might be a good way to sort of look at it as burdened. Yeah, it's definitely not working. Oh, look, good morning, Karen. I'm so excited to come and see you today. Good morning, Kath. Yeah, it's such a lovely day today. Although there looks like there is some grey clouds on the horizon, and it's going to be about 36 today. So hopefully down your way it might not be so hot. Anyway, all right. So Moon opposition Jupiter today and square Chiron. All right. So there's like a mini grand. Is it a talent triangle, a mini grand trine. Anyway, so there's an opposition between the moon and Jupiter at the moment, which is saying just whoa up there, don't get so excited, there's a job to be done. But Jupiter is square Chiron and the moon is also square Chiron. All right, so yeah, so there's a this triangle thing happening. And I'm just wondering whether with Venus is also in conjunct Uranus and square Neptune. All right, these combinations make me feel like if you are a mother, and I mean this goes for guys too, I'm just saying it because of the feminine aspect, all right? So it's like the mother that has to get ready for Christmas Day, all right? Or, or whatever, the person that has to get ready for Christmas Day. It's like, oh my God, I've got so much to do for one day. And then we get to that day and it's like, oh, I've actually done quite a few days for the week. And Wednesday is a day of just like, let's get real here. Thursday is there's a burst of excitement in the morning and then a bevy filled day. And then Friday is like seriously to take a rest. So the day does look really nice. So going back to my sort of feeling for the day is um, worst case scenario, right? So sometimes you've just got to get a job done, all right? Again, if you are feeling overwhelmed because of the pressure of the pressure to do things, just calm down. All right. So you've got this. Worst case scenario, set a timer and just do something towards a goal. So don't let yourself be overwhelmed by the pressure to achieve or to have a standard. And is this a tradition, which we know is peer pressure from dead people? I love that. All right. So if you have a tradition that you have to uphold that is just not working for you, make a new tradition. Just do something different. All right, so, or you can, like I said, set a timer and just do something towards the end goal. And you might be pleasantly surprised that the flow is found and your initial resistance was unfounded. So, with that square to Chiron, that's at 12 o'clock. Okay, sorry, back up a bit. The opposition to Jupiter is at midday. All right, so here's that. Don't frazzle yourself. All right, especially if it's because it's what's always been done. You don't have to do that anymore. Well, you remember, this is the year of the snake. We can shed old traditions and start a fresh one. All right. So opposition to Jupiter at 12, square to Chiron at 12:30. So there might be a little bit of a, oh, should I, shouldn't I, at that lunchtime period. And then after 11, there is a sextile to Saturn. Saturn's very heavy in the chart. Again, I think this is where that flow and momentum might find itself. So if you are in the resistance mode, maybe after 11, it might get a little bit easier. Now, after 1, the conjunction to Pluto starts. All right, so you can sort of see, like, After 11, Saturn starts doing his thing. 12, 12:30, it's like, oh, there's a little bit of resistance. But then after 1, the conjunction to Pluto starts, sort of saying you can transform this. All right. So pay attention to what it is you're resisting. Is it absolutely necessary? Do you want to keep doing this? No, you don't. Then transform it into something that is worthy of your time and effort. Again, if it's a must and I have to, then just try to chip away at it. Now, we did have that Jupiter square Chiron yesterday at 6 p.m. So Jupiter in Cancer retrograde. We're looking back at the knowledge and awareness of family systems that are sort of innate in us. But the square to Chiron is also saying that these things hurt me as an individual. Chiron in Aries, also retrograde. It's an internalized feeling of, oh, maybe I'm not doing it good enough, therefore I'm not worthy. I don't know. There's just that sort of feeling. Oh, look at everybody here. Good morning, Sam. Oh my God, I had such a good time with you yesterday. Is that, yes, there we go, feeling the change. Good morning, Kathy, how are you? Yeah, absolutely. And this change is real. Like I was saying, I've actually, for once in a while, because I've had time, I've done a few days. And so I think tomorrow, the moon moves into Aquarius at 2:50 a.m. So by the time we wake up tomorrow, I think we're going to be able to recognize what it is that we keep doing. So if today we're feeling that discomfort and maybe that, maybe your inner child is starting to, because it is Christmas, these are long held traditions that have turned into something completely different than what they were when we were children. All right. Especially us Gen Xers, man, we were lucky to get a couple of things. And I'm not absolutely not saying I didn't have a brilliant childhood, but you know what I mean. Now, as where the current society is, it's just become something so different. So again, if you're feeling peer pressure from dead people, you're allowed to be the matriarch that sets new traditions. All right, you're allowed to be the person that talks about the elephant in the room. Like some things just don't need to be carried forward. All right, so that's for tomorrow. All right, tomorrow is we may recognize the things that we keep doing, and once we see these patterns, we can't unsee them. So therefore, it's also helping us to transform. All right, so the conjunction to Pluto might start today after 1, but it's exact tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. All right, so we've got all of that time where we can really contemplate what it is that needs to be transformed. So there's that. And then Wednesday, we've got another day where it's Christmas Eve. So I feel like, I've said be the present. Don't try to buy so many presents. Be the present. I love when people are like, buy an experience, buy something that is memorable, do something that is memorable. Do something that is out of the ordinary, so you can make a mark on people's life and again have that memory. When you look back at your childhood or your whole previous life, what are the things that you remember about your family members? All right, do those type of things. Christmas Day is lovely, and I have said it is a morning of traditions that are handed down because Venus moves into Capricorn at 3 a.m. and then the moon moves into Pisces at 12 o'clock p.m. So, we do have a flurry of activity in the morning, but with Venus moving into Capricorn, she's like, oh, all of that work that I've done. And then she moves into that traditional mode where, again, you can make new traditions. And Friday is, a day to take things seriously, but things like rest, memories and laughter, they're the things that need to be taken seriously in life. And I haven't done the weekend, but hey, you got a heads up for the weekend coming up, so I think that's pretty good for my part. Good morning, Susan. The memorial ceremony for Bondi was last night, and that would have been absolutely on the Jupiter Chiron. Oh, my heart goes out. That, absolutely perfect. Like remembering family and a time of pain. Absolutely. So yeah, let's have a Dreamweaver card. I just, I realized I was sitting here and I didn't have them, so I ran upstairs to get them. Um, so yeah, like we do have some frantic, or not frantic, some frantic energy. But I just want you to know that what are the things that they're going to remember? They're not going to remember the little stocking stuffer you gave them. So just a thought, just to be anti corporate. At this time of corporate energy with the sun and moon in Capricorn, I'm like, let's go to Saturnalia. Let's go to older traditions than, let's go to the pre-Christian things of it is the solstice. Bless that in your life. The turning of the seasons. So I don't know. Okay. Oh, they are not flowing today. All right, center. All right, give me the card that is going to be perfect. This one. Oh, this one. Okay. All right. Well, did you see the resistance on my face then? I'm going to pull another one because there is something about this one that I'm like, no. All right. It is card number 22, Surfing Rainbows on the Moon. But I'm going to draw another one because this one. Let your dreams be woven true. All right. I'll look at the top bit for both of them. I'll give you the top bit for Surfing Rainbows on the Moon. That is card 22. And that one is about the power of imagination when led by inspiration and intuition, the source of innovative thinking and being playful. But then I'm going to read card number 5. Let your dreams be woven true. Well, I don't actually think I've seen this card before. So, the card of the Dreamweaver's co-creation, partnership with the divine powers, trusting your dreams will be in alignment with your soul's destiny, and surrendering will to a higher power. Human beings often believe they create their world through the power of determination and will alone. Hard work and effort, striving, ambition, focus, imagination, and desire are all worthy components of a reality creation, but they are not the only ones. To truly be an empowered co-creator and work your magic into the world, you need to remember you are in partnership with your higher power. This is a metaphor of the Dreamweavers. It is a reminder that you are never alone. There will always be divine forces at work on your behalf. Listening to the stories in your mind and heart and reflecting them to the outer world. There is another message here about the strands in the fabric of reality that are constantly being woven. While there are things you cannot change or control, there are also the threads you choose to weave into this fabric of life, based on the electric force within you. You dance between surrender and creation, fueled by your inspired dreams and intentions. Now is not the time to be pushing harder, but for allowing things to organically take their course. Do your part, take your steps, but surrender to the divine. Remember, your job is to know why and hold space for the energy of your dream. In weaving the sacred essence into your desire, the how of it will be revealed. Weave and let go. Weave and release. Let your dreams be woven true, and like magic, things will seem to work out, even when you're not concentrating on the pattern. And I love that because, there really is this energy today where if you just have faith or trust or just start, you may be pleasantly surprised when the flow is found and you just, you're like, oh, I don't know why I was so resistant. All right. So, So just get the job done. It is a very serious time. Everything's in Capricorn, tradition. It's all like it's got to be done this way. And I just want you to to know that it doesn't have to be done the same way at all. You can choose to do whatever feels good for you in this moment in time because, again, it is a 9 year and it's just about to end. And, basically 2026 has started today, from the astro planning workshop that I did over the weekend. We hit the ground running in 2026, and so from that statement I'm like, start now. Just start doing the things that you want to do and love right now. All right, I'll click the button. And yeah, that's me, guys. I again, Karen, I can't wait to come and see you. Rachel, I don't know, I think you're probably asleep. I can't wait to see you too. So just have a fabulous one, guys. It's a really good week, and don't get into a tizzy over things that are just not important. Be the present, all right? It's not about gifts that people won't remember. Be the experience that people remember. So, much love to you all and have a fabulous day.